Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals at Zero Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, I think we will polish two of our own changes before we then look at other reviews again, or maybe work on some other thing. Let me see. So these two here need some touching up. So this one, refactor BitFlags. Refactor, there we go. So BitFlags CPP, no header. So I was thinking that we can, I worked on this last session, and I think we can simplify this further by just saying return test for none must be clear, and test for all must be set. Yeah. I think that should be identical. Then here we have clear and set, and here we can do clear CLR and set. Well, that's not good. Let's do. Let's call this must be set. Must be cleared. Let's call this flags to clear and flags to set. There we go. Let's also put this here. Okay, cool. Okay. Then let's take it. Simplify further. Simplify more. Okay. Test for none must be clear. Test for all must be set. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have that. Then let's do a replication to generals. Replicate in generals. Replicate in generals. Okay. Then let's push it. Mm-hmm. And then let's build it and give it a quick run. If the game looks normal. Mm-hmm. 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 Could also simplify this to that, clear that. It's consistent with the other guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Simplify argument names. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. And then let's give it a spin. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Options. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I wanted a different resolution here. That's okay. Let's take here a big map for testing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take the forces and attack. Mm-hmm. Okay, everything is attacking. Bomb trucks are coming and stopping. Oh boy. Noob bomb trucks. Noob buses as well. It's very laggy. We got 3 Germans here. And hijackers. Okay, looks like the game still works. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. Then this seems fine to me. No core size plus an empty. Okay, what's now? Doesn't clear now triggers debug assertion for empty. Oh. Oh, set so. Test for all. Debug assert crash. Okay. So apparently we have changed behavior here, yeah. Let me see that. Test for all must be set. Test that.any. So about 0 flags. Empty must be set. Reset. Original implementation handled an empty must be set silently and correctly return true. The new code will trigger that assertion in debug builds when must be set as empty, which is a behavioral change. Not must be empty. Not must be set. Okay. Test for all. Not any. That's then how about we just say test none or that must be clear none or test for all. But do we even need this assert here? Why is this handled as a as a error? It doesn't make sense. Handles an empty must be set silently and correctly return true. The new code would trigger that assertion. Yeah. I'm inclined to just remove this here. How about that? Remove the assert. Test for. Do we need this assert? Is there any other assert here, or is this the only one? It's the only assert. I would say we just remove it. Seems to be useless. Remove the asserts. I removed the asserts now. Why does it create 3 identical comments on this? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but that should be solved now. Good. Let's go to this one here. So. So, this change is a significant structural simplification, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Core simplification is solid, but file transfer code paths are untested and carry one pre-existing silent descent risk on unknown argument types. File transfer testing is explicitly marked incomplete, okay. And read message unvalidated end to end. Unvalidated. Okay, what is this? Unvalidated end to end. What does that mean? Okay, this one we did fix. Okay, what is this now? What? Unhandled argument data type silently desynchronizes remaining arguments. What? Where's that? Here? It's no default. The switch last type has no default branch. If a packet ever carries an argument type unknown, value 0, or any future type not listed here, size is not advanced. I see. Okay, that's a good point, yeah. How do we advance that? What did it do before? This behavior was present in the original. Okay, what did the original do? Let me see that. This. This. I don't know which function. Last type. I think it's this one here. Yeah. Okay, but this one also didn't handle this case. What did it? No. The original also didn't handle it. Yeah. So, but it's a good point. So we would have to do default, and then size plus equal. What is last type? Argintage. Size type. Hair. Arcs left for type. I know. Okay, but the original also doesn't do anything there. No default branch. If a packet ever carries value 0 any future type. Size is not advanced. Yeah, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah. I don't think that is a problem. Pre-existing. Okay. Yeah, so this is outside the scope of this. Yeah. So I don't care about this. This is as per the original implementation and outside the scope of this change. Okay. Yeah, regarding the to-do, that's fair enough. But yeah, good. Then let's see if chat will be happy with this. Is a mild regression. Is it? I don't know. I don't see the purpose of this assert. Like, it only makes using this function more complicated, because then if you do bit masking or so, then you can't call this function if you bit mask. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. I think this assert is stupid. Let me search for callers to test for all. Test for all. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Required status. Any. Mm-hmm. Test for. To me, it looks like if we remove the assert, then we no longer need this test here, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe what we do is we make a how about we make a test for acquired status, if not test for. Mm-hmm. Let's say if we have any requirements, then we need all required status. Do we even need this comment here at all? If we have requirements, then we need all required status. think we can remove these comments as well. Test for any. Test for any. Test for any bits. Any. Forbidden status. Just file. Test for any. I think this we can simplify to not test for none. Right? Test for none. Or just test for any. Test for. I think we just do not test for none. That should do. Mm-hmm. 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 Then we remove this here. And then so not test for none. Then here we say all required bits must be set for us to run. All forbidden to the forbidden status for any. So let's say this is 0. Forbidden status is 0. Then this is 2. This is wrong if forbidden status is 0. For what is this? Allowed to staff. Okay, test for. Okay. Okay. So I think that is correct. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then let me take a look at the test for any. Test for any. Let me search for this guy. So this one can also be test for non-conflicting, right? Not any. None. Right, test for none. Test for none. Test for none is this and this none, yeah. Test for none. Okay. So to me it looks like this. We can also simplify to test for none. Right. So here it says if not any or Yeah. So I think this can be test for none. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Mm-hmm. Test for any. Test for any will do. Mm. Mm. I would say we don't add this comment here. It's should just leave it to a separate investigation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It looks wrong though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we not test for none. Not test for none. Not test for all. All required bits must be set for us to run. Mm-hmm. 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 Test for none. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not mistaken, then this doesn't change logic. It's just simplification. Let's add a new, create a new branch. Refactor BitFlags conditions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then we say refactor BitFlags. Simplify test for any, test for and remove superfluous assert in this function BitFlags. There we go. Simplify conditions with test for any, test for, and remove superfluous assert. Annoying. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So then we do that. Factor minor. This change simplifies a few conditions. It removes the annoying assert in BitFlags. And we should call it remove let's say unexpected asserts. Mm-hmm. Then we say to do replicate in generals, and then this one to merge after the other, merge after that. Mm-hmm. Let me open my bug reports. Some call sites to BitFlags test for any do not look correct. Mm-hmm. Should probably we should take this back here. Test for all. Yeah, let's put this back in here and let's say unexpected. I think that's a bit better. Let's not change the comments. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to main branch. And then I want to do a clean search. So basically here it does this. And then here does this. If we have any forbidden stati, then fair. There are several places in logic. There's several core sites in logic that do this kind of flags tests. This looks suspicious. This looks suspicious because test for any, because test for any, if test for any. So this one will be, it will be false. It will be false. So if forbidden state is 0, then it doesn't fail. No, that's correct. Test for all. No, that's fine. Test for any. Is that correct? I have the impression I'm missing something here. If you have any forbidden stati, then fail. Do we need all required status? So we have a, so this guy is 0, yeah, let's say. Then this test will fail, which is fine. Actually, no, it will fail, yeah. It will fail. And if this one is 0, and now I'm not so sure anymore if the previous change actually was correct. Let me see. Okay, this is actually a logic change. This is wrong. This is wrong. Yeah. Because here, if this is 0, then this will now be false. So hold on. So if required status, let's say it's 1 and we don't have it. If test for all is ugh. Okay, I'm not so sure anymore if I did actually this correct. Test for all, but only if we have a required status. Test for all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think this is not correct. I think Grepta will also say that. Yeah. But it is actually happy with it. Huh. Now I'm actually surprised. Well, let's see if the replays pass as well. I'm actually not so sure anymore if this refactor is actually correct. Because so we have no requirements. Requirements are the required status is 0. Then this is true, but then it gets negated and then we continue. Which actually is the same result as before, isn't it? So if this one is, it doesn't have any, then it also fails. Yeah. No, actually now on third look, it looks correct again. Yeah. Don't have any conflicting upgrades. If we have any requirements. Check if any trigger requirements are met. information. So let's say this is 0. 0. If it is 0, then check for any. Okay. That's fine. All exempt bits must be clear. All exempt bits must be clear. All exempt bits must be clear for us to run. All exempt bits must be clear. Exempt status any and test for any. Test for none. The replays did pass. Yeah. Test for none. Test for none, conflicting. Must be clear. Test for none. Test for all. So if this was 0, then this would fail here. Yeah. Test for all. Test for Okay, I really hope I didn't produce a bug here. Yeah. It is tricky logic, right? Yeah. Let me look through this one more time. So let's say let's say required status has some bits and it matches the current status bits. Then the first would return true, this, and then this one would also return true. And so this would be negated, and then it skips out to the next. Doesn't enter this. Okay, and let's say we have flags and it doesn't match, then gets flipped, and then we enter here, and then we return. If we're here and nothing is set, then this will return true, and we skip ahead. If this doesn't match, then it looks like it's the same. Yeah, it looks like it's the same. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. It's really tricky, this logic. One mistake and everything will fall apart, so better not make a mistake here. Yeah. Good. Then let me see this here. Good point. If it's existing behavior, then it's fine to leave it as is in this refactoring. Great, thanks. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Then let's go to author Mauler. Mm-hmm. So yes, 2 approved changes. Mm-hmm. It is a doubly linked list, but the tail is never used. The code only ever traverses the list in the forward direction. I can initialize tail at the same time, but it will never get used. Yeah, that's fine. Gets initialized using reset. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Head. Mm-hmm. Tail new head. Okay. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. But I do wonder, does it actually ever call it with reset and passing ahead? It does not. Hmm. 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 Can we search for references on this guy? Oh, we can. Oh, it does actually call it. Look at that. Okay. No, then it's fine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ah. Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, so that's why he didn't set it. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I see. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see the. Okay, I reviewed the usage now and see why you wrote and understood why you wrote it the way you did previously. Maybe set it up like so. If return compatible and if reset ugh. Yeah. Else reset. Mm-hmm. This way it is clear that the non-retail version should pass no head pointer to reset. Mm-hmm. is not meant to pass a head pointer. It's clear that the non-retail version is not meant to pass a head pointer. Okay. Then let's take a look at this one. That's a direct 3D enumeration with indirect X wrapper. I'm going to follow this up soon as it changes needed to link it into options in a. This can just be squash merged. Okay. 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 Okay, this was already approved, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then. Okay. 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 Then I think this one is good to go. It's support for multi-sample, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Okay, great. Then I'll cancel this here. So drink tank and array of burning trees. To the unexpected amount of damage. Unexpected large. So, okay. Improve determinism for restarting games by resetting slot values. Okay, this one didn't get any review. Restarted skirmish games may not start with the same logical seed values as the first start. This depends on whether there are players with a random color position. Those random values are determined by using and updating the logical seed on the first start. Restarted games. The logical seed isn't used or updated. Save of original info. Save of game slot. Consider adding a to that a function to grab strings for game modes. Adding or using. Save off original info. What does this even mean? Save off original info. I don't understand what this means. So this is always true. Reset. True. False. If not safe. What does this mean? Save off original info. I really don't understand what this means. Save off original info. What does it mean? Is this even English? What is this? Save off original info. It makes no sense. Okay, so basically he just put the variable name to be the same as the function name. It's so confusing. Okay, so it's set to true. And then it's being saved here. Okay. Yeah. Save off original info. Get original color. Okay. Logical seed. May not start with the same logical seed. What is this X here for? Why is there an X here? What does that do? This I understand. What is this X here? What is this? Man. Restarted skirmish games. May not start with the same logical seed values as the first start. This depends on whether there are players with a random color. Those random values are determined by using and updating the logical seed on the first start, after which the random values are stored. The means that for resetting games, the logical seed isn't used or updated for those purposes. Reset source values to predeterminism. This change is described as a fix. Do we classify it as a fix when changing deterministic behavior? I guess you could say it is a fix, yeah. I don't know, it's hard to say. Needs to be replicated to generals then. So should equals okay. It's to be replicated in generals. Okay. What's the time? 1:40. Maybe take a break here. Formation plus waypoint mouse. What is that? Image does not work. Done. Okay, let me see these two here. Okay. Dummy. I wonder if this one can also do a new line. I agree with that. Resolve. Okay. Okay. Better write like so. Okay. Okay. Changes. Then this one is feeds. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Override. Override, yeah. Dummy false. Does it compile? It does. Add info. can omit because it is clear higher up that the whole class is from us. Despite it is an info, not a bug fix. Sure. So does this need to be false? Great view. Can remove the defaults. Argument value. I think this other one also didn't have one, right? This one also doesn't, yeah. Oh, this one does as well. Oh. Okay, then maybe leave it. If it's consistent, then it's fine. Okay, I think it looks fine. Apart from this comment, it can be cleaned up a bit. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, the bot thinks that this will error on compile, but clearly it passes. So no idea what the bot is hung up on here. Maybe Maybe he doesn't know about these two pure virtual functions. Good. Then I think we can take a break here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Then everyone here, I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.